Sure. Yeah, we can do a direct challenge, Cliff. All right, guys. For those of you in YouTube land, thank you for joining us today. Um, this is a Gyruda combo deck, or I call it a Gigan combo deck. It is Bant. It ramps. Surprise, surprise, Bant ramp, right? The difference from what I've seen in some lists online between this list and others is the inclusion of a Fiend Artisan. The Fiend Artisan is really good because it lets us get around counter spells. It lets us try, if we know they're holding up a counter spell and we have a lot of mana, we can just sack a random mana dork, as we have 8 of them, or a Fibblethip, or a Charming Prince, lots of random dudes that we can just, feed to this thing, and go find our combo piece, such as the Gyruda. Mothra's a really good, really good a piece of the combo that I wasn't playing originally, but I'm most definitely playing now. Card is very, very good. You'll see we are running 27 lands. 27. The mana base is something I've been working on. It's not a direct copy from Strosky. Depending on the list, it's either I'm running 2 or 4 Fabled Passages, and how many how many Scrylands versus Shocklands we have. I think ideally the Hollow Fountain, Temple of Light Moon would be a 3-3 split, but I'm running 4-2 because I want to see if the untapped Shockland makes a big difference. In the sideboard, we have 3 Destiny Spinners, 3 Essence Scatters, and 2 Negates. That helps, the Negate and Destiny Spinners help us push through our creatures. Destiny Spinner being the better of the 2 cards, in my opinion. Wilt is for those really nasty Grafdigger's Cages, and other miscellaneous things like Shadow Spear from the Tamer Adventures deck. One thing that we don't want to use this against is Leyline of the Void, because Leyline of the Void doesn't do anything. I think Arena has fixed a little bit of a bug there was, where Leyline of the Void was stopping Gyruda's trigger. Hopefully it has, because it is great to catch people with that. Ashiok's Erasure is for the mirror. And it's been a card that I've been very impressed with in the mirror. I get to hold it up, and they think I'm holding up Essence Scatter, and they're bringing in all their Destiny Spinners. So when they go to cast Gyruda, and I go Ashiok's Erasure, and they don't bring in the enchantment removal against us because we don't have enchantments, right? And so this catches them. Now they can't cast Gyruda anymore, and now they're just playing a bad little creature deck. Right? They don't really have the end game to go over the top without comboing off. And lastly, for the I'm bringing these in for the 80 card Yorin deck is Enrace Forerunners. We put out a lot of creatures, and sometimes we break off. It's hard to mill an 80 card deck. So the idea is we have Enrace Forerunners to bring in, instead of like an Elite Guard Mage, and I think I'll trim 1 Mothra versus those decks. And then we pump out our mana dorks, we make a bunch of duders, they put a couple creatures in play, and then we go Enrace Forerunners, pump our guys to the sky, and swing for a whole bunch. That's the plan against those kinds of decks. One of our viewers in Twitch chat, and if you are on YouTube and want to find us on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/JudgeJason. The link will be in the description. Come on down, and we'll have a good time. Anyway, let's find Soul Power. That's his name. How am I not friends with him? That's strange. Let's add him then. And if any of you want to add me, that's fine with me. I'll grab my name for you here in a second. Send that friend. So, LSV showed me an easy way to do this. So here it is. So if any of you guys out there want to find me and send me a challenge, great. send a friend request over. I'll accept it. I accept pretty much everybody. But this is it. It's Judge Jason pound 00508. Yeah, send me a friend request. Come into Twitch chat. Tell me that you want a challenge, and we'll play. It's great. I have no problem playing any of the viewers or anybody like that. It's actually a lot of fun. All right, so we are gonna play against Soul Power, and we're gonna play the Fiend Gyruda deck, and we're gonna have ourselves a good time. All right, this is a best of 3 tournament match, so I believe timers are on. Which is, if you're going to be playtesting decks and stuff by doing this, I think it's definitely a good way of testing. So we're gonna be able to play. Our opponent is playing an Obosh deck, and as is pretty usual for me with this deck, our opening 7 is pretty garbage, right? No green mana, only 1 land. We got 2 of our 3 Mothras, not great. So this is an easy mulligan. Again, as I tend to do with this deck, my mulligan is pretty terrible. However, we're gonna have 5 lands. We're gonna keep this. But what we're looking for is we have 3 Scrylands, and the idea is we're gonna try and dig our way to either a Mana Dork or a Growth Spiral or Charming Prince, something that's gonna let us dig even deeper into the deck. So this hand is actually pretty good. We want the 2 blue sources, so we're gonna put a Temple Garden back. Our opponent also on a mulligan to 6, so we're kind of on even footing. See, look at that. We scryed into a Charming Prince, and that's fine. So, well, that's interesting. That is not the land and first creature I expected with that. Dimir, huh? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go scrying pretty hard here. Fibblethip isn't great, but Paradise Druid is fine, because that gives us our 6 mana. Okay, so our opponent's got a bit of a slower draw. So now we know by looking at Obosh that our Gyruda isn't going to hit a damn thing in their deck. So we are going to be entirely reliant on our deck doing its thing. And that's okay. What is... Alright. 1/1 Death Touch for 1. So for anybody who knows Soul Power, aka Cliff, he is always way out there when it comes to what decks he's playing. We don't want another land. And there's no point in attacking, so let's bounce off this weekly. Cliff's way out there with decks, and some of the concepts that I've seen Cliff come up with are pretty crazy and actually really good. Excuse me. Some of them some work really well, some kind of fall flat. But he's always trying to innovate, and that's something that I think is really cool that he does. Okay. That was not a terrible draw. Not great, but not terrible. So we're going to scry first. I just want to see if... Nope, don't need that. We'll play this. So what I'm hoping is that they can't kill our Paradise Druid this turn. And we won't attack. Because if they kill our Paradise Druid, then putting that other one to the bottom was a pretty bad idea. If they don't kill our Paradise Druid, we get to try and combo next turn. So we're going to see how this goes. Well, alright. I actually forgot Domri did that. Huh. Neat. Domri seems like a good card. That's the this is the 3-mana Domri, right? Yeah, okay. There's just so many planeswalkers in standard right now, it's so hard to keep track of them all. It's like, you know, the big ones, right? Nissa and Speak of the Devil and She Appears. Nissa, Teferi. The new Vivian's actually pretty good. Luca's got some real combo potential. I'm kind of curious to see if if somebody breaks Luca. Yeah, fine, we can take 4. So with this deck, the only life point that really matters is the last one. I did not need a third one of those. Alright, we're going to spin the wheel. I think we brick, chat. And it's close to a brick as we can get. That was pretty spot on terrible. So it didn't matter that we drew the second Mothra. We just didn't find anything. And that's part of the thing with this deck. Sometimes you're not going to find the pieces you need. Because like there's none in our graveyard, and there's none on the bottom of our deck, right? Actually, there's 4 cards we don't want to see on the bottom of our deck. So we had a pretty good shot at actually just chaining out there, and we missed. Happens. So the question that we have here, that Soul Power is probably thinking about right now, is to whether or not to cash in this Domri and trade his Orbosh for Gigan. Now, why would you do that? You would do that if you're worried that one of these 2 cards in my hand is a Spark Double. And I think we're going to chump this turn, because taking 5, maybe don't chump this turn. Yeah, whatever. I don't think he can kill us from this position. Maybe. I think if they had plus Nissa, that would be a little different. I wasn't willing. I guess I could have blocked the land with the Gigan as a way of. So we block here. It has 4 damage marked on it, so it's 2 toughness left. Okay, so you could have used the -2 here to have the Gilded Goose or the Arboreal Grazer finish off this, so it was a good no block. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Oops. I wonder if he untapped the wrong land. That doesn't make sense. Unless he needs black, but no. Weird. Alright. Ooh. Alright. So now is when we really wish we had this Mothra in play, because this Mothra would allow us to really combo off, but we're going to go for it anyway. And we're going to keep the not summoning 6-1. And we are having a terrible time with the bricks. So we'll grab the Charming Prince. We're going to just try to find something. No sense attacking there. Alright, so what did we find? We found a Thassa, a Guard Mage, and a Fiend Artisan. The Fiend Artisan, it would be a 7/7? So this is our end step. So if we play a Thassa, we're not going to get a trigger. Elite Guard Mage gives us a chump blocker, but Fiend Artisan lets us kill something, so I think we'll take the Artisan. We're kind of in chump block mode now. No, I think we're dead. I think that Sarkhan's going to kill us, right? So 10 flying, we're at 5. Yep. Good game. That was interesting. We bricked a couple times. I think I might have also messed up a little bit there, but that's neither here nor there. Mistakes happen. Ah! Get back in the companion spot. Okay. So, what do we want against this deck? So this deck was a lot of creatures, so I think we want the Essence Scatters. Planeswalkers were kind of important to them. I didn't see a lot of blue, so I think it's just red-green. So I don't think we need the Destiny Spinners. Fibblethip is... Guild Mage is just kind of meh. Be on the play, go down one of these for negate, and one Mothra for a negate. Why is that? That is weird. Alright, let's try again. So if you are playing a Gyruda deck on the ladder, you're going to get some players who are just going to scoop to you because they don't want to play against it anymore. Those are nice free wins. The other thing is you're going to play some players who have all the main board hate for you, and those are going to be free losses. Happens. Alright, we'll take play. So this hand's actually not good, right? We have double Gyruda in our hand and the Spark Doubles, which means this Gyruda has a lot fewer hits in the deck. Although the Paradise Druid and the Fiend Artisan are nice, I just don't think this hand's capable. This hand is much better. We get to throw this back. We have the Fabled Passage to shuffle it in when we're ready. This hand like does everything we want it to. We're a land short, but that land short we can deal with that land short later. We should be able to find a land with this Traveling Prince on turn. Like I think we're planting this Prince on 3. That breeding pool was very nice. All right, so we're gonna have a turn 4 guy again. Let's see. So we shock this in. I guess it didn't matter. Ooh. All right. Wasn't expecting that. And then we're gonna scry. We're gonna see if we can find. I don't think we want any of those. We were looking to see if we could find a Mothra. So now the pardon me a moment while I choke on my words there because that was crazy. What just happened? All right. So that was a huge blowout. We didn't really have much to do about that. Like that was really bad. I'm going to go. Like I said, guys, if you want to challenge me or anything, feel free. Send an invite. As soon as I get on, I'll click it. We'll see it. We'll be good. So this little thing is going to be a pain in the butt with this thing. Essentially means that our Mothra is never going to stick. And that's interesting. Alright. So we have the mana we're going to need. We are going to be actually doing this on turn 6 because we lost all of our mana dorks. Kind of annoying. Cliff. So it'd be interesting to see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Are we gonna change the Gilded Goose into something else? Is that what's happening here? Oh my. Oh my. Let's say no. How about no? No? Okay. I'm glad we agreed on this attack wasn't happening this turn. How about no? Alright. So remember how I said we put this to the bottom? Now we'd like to shuffle it into the deck. So we have the most number of hits for Gigan to actually hit something. We have 2 shots at it, minimum 2 shots at it this turn. Good thing, because we bricked real hard. We're going to blink this and go again. So what are we looking to hit here, realistically? Not that. Not that at all. We were hoping to hit like spark doubles, a couple spark doubles, another Gigan. Not 1/3 mana dork that does not block 9/8 trample, who's now going to eat my Gigan. So chat, I think we're losing this game. And by think, pretty sure this game is over. So we have 7. We're gonna. So if they minus Domri on the Godzilla versus on Gigan, or even the Moss Viper, it doesn't really matter. I think it would have done it the other way, because then you don't lose the creature. So they attack. It's 18 power coming in, right? Because it has. This is an odd convert mana cost. So Obosh doubles the damage that it deals. So it's 18. We're at 14. So we can survive. We can throw the Fiend Artisan in front of it and this. And that would give us enough of a life buffer to maybe live off the top of our deck. It needs to be exactly Gyruda, though. Anything other than Gyruda won't do it. And with that, nope, we're not dead yet. So we block here. Go to, my math was wrong, wasn't it? Nope, okay. And we just drew a land. So, we're just gonna find another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no. So we can tap this big thing, and then we just die here because this is exactly lethal. Yeah. So good game, Soul Power. Good game. That was a beating I was not prepared for. I thought for sure they were gonna be. It was gonna be John, but it's just red green. Red green is very good. Yes, very good, very good. Man, I kind of think about throwing that deck together. Or at least seeing how far off I am. There was a Luca deck I was really interested in trying, and it was a Super Friends deck. If you guys watch Versus Live, you might have seen Ross Merriam and Corey Burmeister. In their first iterations of a Korea standard, Ross was playing this Just Guy Super Friends deck that was crazy, right? You went Saheeli, you made a couple of dudes, casting a couple of planeswalkers, you go Luca, and you turn one of your tokens into an End Race Forerunners and you kill them. So it looked really good. I was thinking about taking that archetype for a spin to see how it did. Unfortunately, I haven't actually got it around to building it yet, but I will, and it'll be fun. Okay. That being said, let's try some ladder. Oops, with this deck. Because we're getting close, right? We're 1 win away from 1 win? 1 win away from gold 1, and then 3 wins away from, I believe it's platinum. Alright, so we're playing against Kahira the Orphan Guard. So, what is the Orphan Guard? Well, before we get there, this hand's not bad. So, like, we only have 2 lands, but it's not like we don't have Ghostfire. We have 2 mana dorks that make mana. So we're at 4 mana with a Mothra and a Fibblethip and a Thassa. So I think this hand's capable. So this one is a 3/2 creature. It makes each other creature that is a cat, elemental, nightmare, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast get +1/+1 in vigilance. And each creature card in your deck has to be a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast. If I'm guessing, this is 1 of 2 decks. it's blue-white control that has no creatures except for this, or it's like blue-green elementals. Either way, yeah, that's fine. We're really weak to a looks like it's gonna be Jeskai control. Okay, so we're kind of weak to Deafening Clarion. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that we can do about it right now. That was not what we wanted to draw. All right, so see if we can find a land. I'm hoping we find a land. I'm actually kind of hoping my opponent doesn't counterspell this. All right, so that really long pause there indicates to me that they have either a Quench or the Omen of the Sea. They had something that they got casted instant speed. So we're going to kind of have to watch out for Mystic Dispute or Quench when we try to land our Gyruda. Hey, welcome back, man. Those are great games. Ha! I called it. Definitely Clarion. And that's why we led on the Fibblethip, because I wanted to try and draw the land. I'm kind of glad we didn't, because we would have played right into this. Excuse me. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody watching. Thank you for coming to see me. I know it's like 1 in the morning Pacific time. And here we are live trying to grind some ladder matches. If you haven't already, please feel free to give a follow. +1. Okay. So we have a decision here, right? No matter what, we're gonna play this. So the question is, I don't think we want to expose this. So if we want to play the Mothra, we're gonna shock this in. I think what we're supposed to do is just play the Naturalist and play the Fountain tapped. This way here, if they don't sweep our board this turn, we get to try to land a Gyruda. It's a little scary to try and land a Gyruda in the face of 5 cards, and it's a fairy. Although its fairy can bounce the Humble Naturalist. If they do that, oh, they're bouncing their Omen. See, interesting. So here's an interesting thing. We have this land. That's fine. We can go for this because we have 1 in our hand. If they have the counterspell, we can try and make it where they're forced to have 2. I think that's the play we want to make here. Yeah. So this was the thing that when I was talking to Brad Nelson earlier tonight, was the concern he had for this deck as a whole is there's a whole lot of this going on, and both of these are very good at shutting down this deck. So we're gonna play like 4 or so matches with this deck. We might go 0-4. It's very possible that we just don't win a match with this deck tonight. I'm not giving up on it. I just think the standard meta has to change enough so that this deck isn't as hated on main deck with all the counterspells. This deck wants to see like mono red all the time. Alright, so if I had to guess, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say that there's about 90% chance that my opponent has another counterspell in their hand. Probably Absorb. How do I like my Esper version better? Maybe we can take a look at the Esper version again. it's slower. It doesn't ramp. It's playing a lot more of a controlling game. And that controlling game might be good enough to get us through. Maybe. I hadn't put a lot of work in it. Huh. What do you have, opponent? Alright, so by some miracle we resolved 2 spells. So what are they holding up, I wonder? So they're scrying 2 at the bottom. Their hand might not actually be good. So they can use Teferi to bounce our Mothra, but that takes Teferi off the board. Maybe they're like Teferi flooded? Interesting. How very interesting. Weird. I lost my Stream Decker bot. Oh, they're gonna bounce Thassa. Okay. I wonder if that means they don't have. So they got -2. This is gonna kill Mothra. Oh, we discard Sharknado, huh? Okay. Well, that shock is terrifying. I don't quite understand that trade though. Alright, we're just gonna go for it. What's the worst that can happen? It resolves because you didn't actually have anything? Why do you hate Fought, opponent? So, I guess what I could have done is not blocked, and then I could have killed Narset. Alright, so our opponent has tapped out. Let's see if we can draw our second Gyruda here. That'd be great. But this is the problem with the deck, right? Like, I'm pretty sure now we're just dead because we're not going to get through that. So I'm not going to waste my time, your time, or our opponent's time. Alright, so we want negates for sure, destiny spinners for sure. Not so much on Ashiok's Erasers, not so much on Enraged Forerunners. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get there. Fibblethip is not that great. We need 2 more cuts. 1 Mothra, 1 Thassa, I think. Just keep all the mana dorks. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, we'll take play. This hand's really bad. Like, it doesn't do anything, so we can't keep it. This hand's fine. So, we're not really hoping to land this on 2, because we don't really want to spin that, and so we'll just pitch the Mothra. I don't like sending Mothra to the bottom, because to kind of want it to, for combo potential, but sacrifices have to be made. Alright. So our opponent's on a Maul to 5. Hey, look, we have Mothra on top. Yeah, I can stay there. We might get the double white to caster. And we're just going to do this now. And really, really hope we scry into a land. Nope. Alright. That's no bueno. See if we can find a land. We did not find a land. Alright. Main phase this Rose Spiral again. Yeah, we found a land. Okay, so I think we're going to just sit this turn and hold up this negate for, a Teferi. Because, while Teferi is not the worst thing that we could face, I don't want them drawing cards. I don't want them being able to undo their mulligan. So, for fighting over Teferi is essentially fighting over a draw spell for them. Alright, that's not terrible. That was also very good. So yeah, we're going to play this. Since we have the mana to counter a sweeper. And then we're going to hope that this next is not a temple. A land, but not a temple. But if it is a temple, well, we kind of get to twiddle our thumbs again for a turn. It smells like Deafening Clarion. Alright, so we're going to fight over this Teferi. Curious. Mystical Dispute? Okay. That's a dispute that's not being used against my Destiny Spinner. So now, if we draw a land, which we did, we get to actually try and kill them. And of course we brick. Oh no, we didn't. Yes, we did. Oh man, come on, Jack. Why? Alright. It's one of the frustrating things about this deck is how often you just miss. So this is probably an Elspeth Conqueror's Death. I had to guess is an ECD. No? Alright. So that's actually really good for us that they didn't have it, because now we get to go off. I'm not sure why they shocked there. It seems really weird. Oh my god, I did it backwards. Oh chat. Oh chat. Yep. I thought this was still in play because I had a green creature here, and it was not a Destiny Spinner. Okay. So, what I've learned from this experience is to double check the creatures I have in play. I feel like a really bad Magic player, chat. That is not a mistake that I would have made playing this in paper. For those of you who in the chat who know me, you know that is not a mistake that I would make. And I feel horrible about making it. Because, yeah. Oops. So it'll be interesting here is if they have ECD and they go for it. Ideally, they won't have it. Maybe their hand's just a bunch of counter spells. They don't really have anything to do. That's glorious. They're stopping us on our draw step though? No, they're not. Okay. So our creature spells can't be countered, but that doesn't mean that we're actually gonna get anywhere with them. I probably should have played this, but I want to attack first. So if they have the Wrath, I want to make them use it. Yeah, that's fine. They might have another Sharknado. They make a 3/3. Or they can Deafening Clarion. That's fine. Still get to swap them for 6. Play our second Destiny Spinner. So if they have a counter spell, they have to use that now. If they didn't, now we get to play Thassa. And we get to blink our Gyruda on end step. As soon as our opponent lets us go to end step. There we go. Alright. Let's try this flippy flip again. Maybe we'll actually hit it this time. Or not. Or we could just not hit anything. That's great. Alright, so we're gonna try again. And we have literally blanked like just about every time that we've tried. This is unheard of levels of blankage. There's 32 cards left. Man. that mess up though. See now, let's see. They could bounce the Gyruda, draws them a card. Then if they have Clarion, they can Clarion our spinner again, and then counter our Gyruda on the way back down. Feels magic, man. Nope. Okay. Bouncing Sassa, huh? Okay. So I wonder if they have the Elspeth Conquer Staff in hand? 6 mana for that guy? Okay. I guess? That's the thing. I'm not sure what the shock was for then. Like, why would you shock that? Sure. Oh no. Oh, come on. I messed it up again. I thought I had a third white source. But I don't. I am all over this game. Like I thought sure I could have kicked this game any harder than I did. If we were playing football, this is like a 70-yard field goal attempt. I'm really trying it. This game is 100% on me if we lose it. I've done everything in my power to kick this one away. That's unfortunate because I think we were doing fine. Our opponent's in the tank. Pretty deep too. Not quite. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what they're tanking so hard about here. So what are we bouncing, opponent? We bounce the Mothra, you get attack from 1. If you bounce the Destiny Spinner, you can try and counter my spell I play next turn if I have another guy again to go for. Mothra, okay. Can I please draw a white source though? Like Kingdom for Plains. I Should have specified better. My kingdom for an untapped plains? Oh, man. Okay. So, let's see what's on top. We'll make our decision on how we're going to move forward based on what's on top of our library. That's just another piece of dirt. So they down tick the Teferi. So if we attack both at Teferi, or I can attack both at. This just makes it 1/1, right? Because I'm in one enchantment. Yeah. So I don't think I'm supposed to care about Teferi so much right now. The instance being Clarion is kind of annoying, but I don't think it matters all that much here. So we're just gonna we're gonna bash. I probably, if I was gonna play Mothra, I should have played Mothra first, in case we do get hit with some way of killing Destiny Spinner. Then it comes right back, but we didn't. So far so good. Let's start with the Charming Prince. Alright, Charming Prince is going to reset Gygan. Rawr. And then we'll cast Thassa. Let's try and be as mana efficient as possible. Alright. And then we're gonna target the Charming Prince, resolve this so Gygan comes back. Rawr, Gygan. Alright, we actually hit something, chat. We hit a Spark Double. Yeah. Main copy of Gygan. We had to hit it eventually, right? Like, that's just... Okay, so Thassa is targeting there, so we can keep this one. Did we hit something? Yeah, we hit the Fiend Artisan, which is very, very good. And then this comes back, and when this comes back, we're going to exile the original Gygan. Now we're exiling the original Gygan so that when if this one disappears, so they have Elspeth Conquers Death or some other way of killing this, at least we get to trigger again, and we have a 6/6 creature that they have to try and deal with. And our Thassa is not a creature, so they can't do something like exiling Thassa with, or dealing with Thassa in some way that only deals with creatures. There's an art set. So they have 15 cards left in their library. We have 20. They find an Omen of the Sea. 14 cards left in the library. So this deck has two ways of winning games. We either put a bunch of power in play and attack them to death, or we can mill them out. I like the way our deck is currently sideboarded to be on the play or the draw. So let's just try again. My phone just moved weirdly all by itself. Just saying. Alright. So, our opponent will take play, putting us on the draw. Nope. This is another one of those hands, like, we got really nothing going on. The thing is, we do run 27 lands, so if we found an untapped land as if we were guaranteed the next land is a shock land or something, this hand's not terrible. But other than that, it's actually pretty bad. This hand's okay. So we don't have any white mana, and we only have 2 lands and a Growth Spiral. But we're on the draw. We get to send this guy again away, so I think it's fine. Do we want to send the Gigan away, though? Probably. I was thinking about it, is that maybe it wasn't the correct choice to send it away, because if this gets countered, because we don't have a Destiny Spinner. But I'm kind of hoping that we find a Destiny Spinner. And we have white mana, so if we can catch our opponent where we can get the 6 mana without them realizing we're going to get the 6 mana, we might catch them off guard and be able to Gigan kill them. Would be nice, wouldn't it? So we're looking for 3 more lands or some mana creatures. Mana creatures are a little bit of a liability in this matchup. Just because they get caught by the Deafening Clarion. Well, we found our land, so that's good. I don't really want to give my opponent the opportunity to untap, so we're just going to do this. That was good. And then we're going to put the breeding pool into play tapped. So next turn, if they don't play a Teferi, then we'll be alright. If they play a Teferi and just plus it, nope. Wow, is their hand like absolutely nothing? That'd be great. So we're 2 lands away. You funny. And when I said we're 2 lands away, I actually meant we were just a Paradise Druid away. Alright, so now our opponent has to do something. Sure, they cycle the Shark Typhoon. We're okay with that. We're not attacking. So we sit on this negate, and anything that they cast here, we're just going to negate like on the spot, like that. We didn't want them killing our Destiny Spinner, and oh, this card, chat, this card right here, kind of turns off our deck, and because we didn't see it in game 2, I didn't bring the Wilts in for game 3. So we don't really have a main board way of killing this. So yeah, that's unfortunate. It doesn't matter what we pick. That is actually really unfortunate. All right. Well, so now we're on the we have to deal 20 damage to them plan. Sure. Okay. So it's a slow burn, but it's not unbeatable. Okay, so we're gonna play Mothra. Again, not unbeatable. We're gonna shock that in and play a Fiend Artisan. Attack. So how do we want it? I think I was saying Gyruda here and these 2 here. Actually, no. We're gonna send like that. If they want to trade these 2 for these 2, I'm okay at this point because we have a board. And it makes our Fiend Artisan bigger. And if they want to kill our non-flyers, they come back with Mothra. Actually, they don't come back with Mothra. If our opponent sees that. Maybe they didn't see that. Okay. I forgot this card's in play. So Mothra really doesn't do much either. She's just a 3/4 flyer for 3, which isn't great, to be honest. Yep, we have another one. So we're on a 5-turn clock. We're gonna have to find a way to deal with this. I said okay, opponent. Alright. Temple of Plenty. We don't need another Thapper. Alright, so because we don't have the time to really try and focus on Chandra, I think my attack last turn might have been incorrect. Hold on. Okay, let's think this through. What is my attacks? Deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker. If a permanent would be dealt this way, exile it instead. Okay, so we'll put 3 damage here and everything else at our opponent. Go. Dealing 3 damage here means that, like, yes, she could kill these two. Oh, that's a shark typhoon. That's gonna resolve. So we are not in horrible shape, but we're not in great shape either. So eating Mothra, blocking Gigan, that's not great news. We do have them down to 8 though, so I think what we want to do here is actually blink this, because if we hit a couple creatures, it makes our Fiend Artisan bigger, which makes it an 8/8, which gets it out of range. We're just going to pick the Spark Double because we should. So now, yes, they can kill the Gigan, but if they don't have an answer to this Fiend Artisan, it could kill them next turn. They could -3 to deal 3 damage to each non-elemental creature, which kills my Destiny Spinner and my Paradise Druid. That is a thing. But if we draw a Spark Double off the top, they die. We might pull this one out, chat. That'd be pretty awesome if we managed a way to do that. All right, we're going to 3. I don't know if this is a concession swing. No, we're dead. Oh man, we were so close, but our opponent found the line. Oh, we had him. That's unfortunate. So we didn't know about the cage, and that kind of messed us up. If I had paid more attention, not even if I paid more attention. If I had just thought about it, I could have brought in one Wilt as a hedge to cage. Yay, another card I didn't need. So yeah, I don't know about it. The deck's really powerful when it works. It's not so powerful when it doesn't work. Matches take a long time. Yeah, it was okay. Let's see. See what the sideboard for this is like. It's not bad. Just want to make a quick adjustment here, I think. Right, I want to go down one of those and up one of those. There we go. So the only changes we're making to the blue-black control deck are we went down 1 to commence the end game because I think 2 is too many. And we went up a Mystical Dispute because there was only one in the main deck, and that felt weird. Alright, so let's try some blue-black control on the ladder. Maybe we can get out of gold 2. Preferably going up to gold 1, not down to gold 3. And then after this deck, I think we'll call it an evening. So we'll play a couple matches with this, and then I'll probably call it a night. I've been live for about 2.5 hours. It's kind of on a whim, so. But thanks for everyone who came out and hung out with me tonight. That was great. So we're on the draw. We have 2 depth-loaded seats, which is nice. We have 3 discard spells. Our opponent is on the 80 card deck, so we get to like kind of pick their hand apart here. Let's see, which one is this? Sultai. Okay, so it might be the 4-color version. We're not that hungry for lands right now. Like, our hand is pretty not hungry. We want this because this lets us draw a card, so that's gonna be good. And now we have counterspell mana up too, even better. So we get to see what they're gonna do. If they have a turn 3 play, which they don't, what is this? At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another enchantment. If you do, search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost 1+. The sacrifice enchantment's converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Cliff, am I playing against you again? Because this sure as heck feels like a U deck. They might just play this out to play it out. So, I'd rather than just play their creature if they're going to do it. And that land will keep. Because we're going to need the lands eventually. Yeah, so they're just going to play it out as a 4-3. Which means we need to find a removal spell, and relatively quickly. Alright, so then we're going to take away this thing. And we're going to turf that because we don't need that. Then we're going to scry, and this is a little slow. We actually really need to find a way to kill this creature. Because this creature is going to beat us to death here relatively quickly. Hey, look, we found our answer. So we know they have an ECD, which has no value, right? Because there's no creatures in the graveyard for it to get back. There's no planeswalkers. We know they have this thing, which again, we can blank this if they try to cast it. So I'm good with just sitting tight. We also have this counterspell right here. So we can take another hit. So it's probably what we're going to do, right? They're going to attack us. We're going to take 4, go to 12. Then, if they try to cast a spell, we get to Sinister Sabotage it, and then draw a card with Cling to Dust. If they don't cast any spells, then we're going to just eat this on our end step. I guess the question is, how much do I really care about that Elite Guard Mage? Care about it a little bit, but I don't know if I care about it as much as I care about this Knight of Autumn. I do want to draw a card, though. Alright. That's really good at dealing with this. Which means we get to save this for the next thing that they play. And then we're going to Cling and eat the Oath of Kaya. Because let's not and say you did. And then we're going to Ritual. And play this tapped. There we go. And we hear their little fox whining because we're beating the crap out of all their stuff. Yep. And it just doesn't do anything. So we know they have this. We have this. I'd like to find another land first before I drop this so that I can do this in one turn. I think it's safe to just kill this now. And we don't need another copy of that. We really want to just find a land. We have 8 cards in our graveyard, so we can use one of these if we need to. So, like, if they play ECD to try and get back something, Birth of Meletus is fine, just gives them a land. So the worst that it could be is they have a Dream Trawler in their hand. Oh, Euro. Oh, these are so good against that. So Euro needs cards in the graveyard to escape, and they don't have enough. Hey, look, we drew the land we wanted. So we're going to take this Elswith Conquers Death away. How many cards do you need? 5, so you need 1 more to get back Euro. I think I'm just going to do this now. Eat Euro. Kind of wish we could have waited, but if they draw like a Fabled Passage or something, they just get Euro for free, and much rather than not just get Euro for free. That just seems like bad times. But now we get to slam this Kefnet. Like, sure, they can keep our Kefnet tapped, but that's not why Kefnet's there. Kefnet's not there to attack. It'd be nice if we could start bashing face with it, but this Stas is going to keep it in check. Yep, that's fine. And now these two will just bounce off each other. I'm going to decline to reveal this land. We're going to move to combat, though. Oh, wow, you're going to let me attack? That's sweet. Thanks. You going to block? No? Okay. The reason why they're not blocking is they're actually ahead right now. Alright, they're ahead in the damage race. So they are going to try to race us with this instead of tapping this down, which is actually better for them. So, okay. Yeah, I'll take 4. Go 10. That's a big 8. It's going to fight our Kefnet, huh? Yeah, that's fine. So we get to put Kefnet 3rd from the top. Is that no target? Cool. And then we get the Scry 2. So if we wanted Kefnet back right away, we can get it. We kind of do because both... hold on. 7, 6. Okay, yep, so this Scry isn't very good either. Not that the Kefnet was overly great, because it's just going to die to this a lot. So we play Kefnet. They they tap it and attack us for 11, and we just die. So yeah, alright, game 2. We were in really good shape until we, bricked a little bit. These Cryolochanariums aren't very good in this matchup, so we get to get them out of there right now. As soon as I find them, there they are. So we don't want those. I think the Mystical Dispute's fine, and Farika's Libation's not bad because it lets us to kill Thassa. Thassa is normally indestructible, but we get to make them sacrifice Thassa. It's kind of a big deal. Ritual, so it was kind of okay there. It killed one thing. I don't think that one thing is very good, so I think we can trim on that. And we can bring in another Agonizing Remorse. We kind of just want to attack their hand. The creatures they play are bigger, and we don't have a lot of ways of fighting through bigger creatures. Like, we do this Command the Dreadhorde, which would have been great if we could have found it. And we'll take the play. This hand's just not good. No blue mana. This hand is mediocre. Has an Agonizing Remorse, Chemist's Insight if we can get the 4 lands, and then 2 sabotages, so we'll just send sabotage away. Well, we got the lands we wanted, so now we just get to try to attack them. We're gonna take their ramp because they don't have lands. Oh, they drew a land. That's unfortunate. You may go, opponent. Euro. I think with them having an unknown card in hand, I kind of want to get the surveil going and not let them have any extra cards. I don't think we need that. It'd be nice, but we have these two lands in hand already, and we would really like to find something to do. Well, that's mildly unfortunate. They don't have another enchantment to sacrifice, which is nice. So we'll go get ourselves a second swamp here, because we have colors for days. Evolve. And then we'll draw 2. See, this would be great if we could protect it from both of these in hand. But because we're, like, drawing all lands, we really can't. One of those is fine. And we'll just pass the turn. Yep. Well, that worked out, didn't it? That actually worked out quite well in our favor. So now we're going to Thought Erasure. We're going to, oh my goodness. Are you serious? Alright, so we'll take an ECD. Surveil land away. And we're going to Agonizing Remorse. Take an ECD. Now, normally I don't like taking those that when you have trips of a card, but our deck is so reliant on this Ashiok Nightmare Muse or the Liliana. Like, we don't have a lot of ways to win the game. We're kind of 100% reliant on yep. So they get to go get a 5-drop creature. Oh, that thing. That's fine. And, like, I would really like to stop drawing lands. Like, really, really like to do that. So, how many cards do they have in the graveyard now? 4. So we're kind of getting to a point where we need to, draw gas of some kind. And Ashiok just doesn't draw his cards. So, it kind of doesn't work. You didn't actually exile anything with that, right? No. So I'm going to try and force them to use the ECD here. So we're going to kill this thing. And then we'll cast our Murder Spider and see if maybe by some chance they'll use the ECD. They did. Okay. And that's fine. Because it's now out of the way, right? The only creature they have in their graveyard is a Euro and a Euron. Oh, that's a monkey. We also drew our second Ashiok, which is nice. So if we -3 it, they just attack it with this, but we can plus, that's fine. You're delightful. I think we're in trouble, chat. Like, we just, like, drew so many lands and didn't draw anything to go with any of those lands. Like, it's just rough. And we're still just drawing lands. Pretty sure we're just dead here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's unfortunate. Not sure really what I could have done differently this game to try and win it. Alright, so we'll just plus Ashiok. Like I said, I'm not sure what we could have done to win this game. Would have been nice, you know. Wow, that's a really aggressive attack. Alright. Maybe if we hit something good? No, we hit 2 lands for them? Wow. Yeah. Pretty sure we're just dead here. So we could take the Dream Trawler away, and we would have looked at another Thought Erasure. Yeah, this being 5, so like even if we could draw like a Ritual, so we're not taking enough power off the board. Yep, got it. So I think I'm gonna do one more with this deck, and then I'll call it a night. Matches have gone a little bit longer than I was anticipating. And maybe tomorrow we'll do a draft tomorrow. We'll go through all the picks and such. This hand is a turd. This hand is it's not terrible. It's not great. I don't think we could go down another one. That's fine. We can start fighting. If we find some more lands, we'll be good. Ping. Our opponent doesn't have a companion either, which is nice. So we're playing against an Arc-like Phoenix deck, and our hand is low. Well, that's interesting. So we can take this Goblin Electromancer, or we can take the Cathartic Reunion. This borrower is not going to have much to hit for Petty Theft, which is nice. So this is kind of a dead card because they won't cast it for the. They probably won't cast it for this until they realize how dead it is. So I think I want to stop them from being able to discard the Phoenix there. Excuse me. All right, so let's start with let's play a Castle Tap and Pass. So they probably should have shocked us actually, because now I get to kind of hurt them for the decision not to cast the shock, and they still didn't cast the shock. All right, well we're taking the Phoenix anyway. So I think if we can get to Lily, we're in okay shape. We just have to get to Lily. Like I would love to find a Ritual Soot or yeah, Ritual Soot is essentially what we need. That's not gonna be enough. Alright. So we're just gonna get 2/3 blocker here and hope to block the Goblin Electromancer for a turn. So what they could do is flash in the Brazen Borrower to give them 5 flying power. Oh, wait, I guess I gave them a target for that, didn't I? Whoops. Well then. So now they have 6, so they can kill Ashiok, but that's 6 damage they're not dealing to us. So that just isn't working very well, is it right now? It happens. And we're gonna. So they have enough so they can protect something from this Lily. They're gonna protect the perfect pet there, but not much I could do about that right now. Like again, 5, 7 lands. Like we shouldn't be drawing that many more lands and spells when we only run 25 lands on the deck. But we have outs, so if we draw a Ritual Soot, I think we can start coming back into this game. Murderous Rider is actually quite good. Get to kill that little guy, then play the Murderous Rider out. Now we have lifelink, so we're still in it. Not close, but we're still in it. That Arclight Phoenix is gonna hurt. Alright. Draw me something good. So we can attack. I mean, there's no reason not to. Puts us to 4. We'll activate Castle to draw a card and draw a land. Awesome. Yeah, it was worth a shot. If we got there, we got there, but we didn't. We had a lot of outs, and we didn't. We just couldn't find them. All right, so we want disfigures. We want the extra mystical dispute. I think that's what we want. Massacre Girl's good. Shark Typhoon would be great if we ever saw it. I don't think the discard spells are overly good. Like yeah, like yes, we're on the play. We can nab a creature. I don't think it's great, and I don't think the Assassin's interventions are all that great. I can see Agonizing Remorse being better than Thought Erasure, maybe. Just because they can exile Phoenix. Losing my voice. Alright, so this isn't bad. We do have the Agonizing Remorse, take a look at their hand. We have a Ritual Soot we can cast on curve. Hopefully we can catch a couple of creatures in it. And if we hit 6 mana, we have a Commence Endgame. That's fine. Nice, a second Agonizing Remorse. So with this Ritual Soot in our hand, I think we want to just take the cards we can't interact with, and that would be these two. Again, we don't really have a target for this yet. So we're gonna take their ability to go looking. I understand why you don't cast that, but I don't think it's worth letting someone take it. Just one of you cast it, huh? Okay. So we're gonna. I think we can sit on this right now, and see what they do. Take one. Yep. We're gonna take a little bit early damage, and hopefully we can draw something that gets us out of this early damage we're taking. Number of creature cards is it okay? So I think we're just gonna take the Ral here because they can cast it, and like this doesn't do anything right now. This that can come down and then just gets caught up in a ritual set. So yeah, we'll just take the Ral. That's what I was waiting for. And actually, we want that temple. So we're gonna play temple. We're gonna take a look, and we're gonna ritual soot. Hopefully they. Yeah, there we go. There's a radical idea, sure. What is this exactly? You discard one or more cards for the first time each turn. Draw that many. Oh, cool. All right, so let's take a look. To the land. We don't really want another land. Actually, no, we don't really want another land. You just nuke your team from orbit and pass. So our commence end game isn't going to be big, but it's going to draw us 2 cards. And that's kind of the importance of it, right? We just want to draw 2 cards. Sure, make it 1/1. So I think this matchup is something we could easily win. We're not going to play this, so I can make it 4/4. Ideally in combat, so we can jump this, but they might, you know. Yeah, that's a thing. Excuse me. Yep. I can stop drawing lands. That would be awesome. So I can't play my lands out fast enough to be able to. Kind of don't want them to block, but that's fine. Say what now? Okay, so you're gonna kill my 4/4. It's unfortunate, but it's gonna happen. No, you're only gonna deal 2 damage. 3. Oh no, I guess it is gonna be 4, huh? Nope, 3. Cool. I'm expecting to see a Luca out of this deck actually. Kind of scary. All right, let's take a look. So we have an answer to this. So we're gonna take this. Yep. Go. I just can't play my lands fast enough. Sure. Oh, you discarded an Arclight Phoenix. That's fun. Oh, that's not good. So they've cast one instant sorcery so far. Oh, sweet. Alright, we're down to 8. We really need to not draw lands. What is going on? I really don't know what to say. Actually, I should have played an untapped land. Seven, 8. Oh wait, does this thing just kill us? 7. Yep. I mean, it wouldn't matter. They were just gonna block anyway. So. So chat, if I sounded frustrated, because I am. The first time I bring this deck out for you guys to watch, and it does what it's never done to me before, which is to flood me real good. So it's a little frustrating. I don't know why our opponent is just casting spell after spell instead of just attacking with the 3/1/1s and killing me. I mean, any spell I have that would kill 3/1/1 tokens also kills a Phoenix, so. Yeah, wow. Just nothing. Alright, chat. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for coming by tonight. If you haven't already, please click the follow button. It's the little heart at the top of the screen. It'll let you know the next time I go live. Also, is a free way of helping the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead. Please, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, please click the subscribe button there and the little bell icon. It'll also let you know when new videos go up. My idea is to try to get one video up a week. Some gameplay videos, whether it's drafting, standard, older formats using Xmage, that kind of thing. Again, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Yeah, see you later.